What it is, y'all, it's your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back with more of the Uncharted Battlefield here for danchro. Now, Uncharted Battlefield, per usual, we're trying to basically beat this with one unit and one unit only. And the whole purpose behind this, I think I forget to mention this every single time, is simply that if I could do this with one unit, you can do this with three. Now, I'm always trying to stick with units that are not time limited. I'm trying to stick with units that are from the general pool or free to play. There are a handful of those units. But basically, one unit, one fight, let's go. So, Battle 4, this is our first win battle. So, of all of our win units, I think Otaro is the one who's down for the job. Now, I know most people are like, are you insane? He's good. He is good, but in this event, it's about raw power. And so when I go through my wind units, let's go ahead and filter this by wind. There we go. You know, we have our Festa Bell. Oh my gosh, why am I not using him? Because he's not time, or because he's time limited. He's a Festa unit. Same with Hegni. Great unit. Totally would be an awesome one to use. Eyes I'm saving for the final fight. Eyes is kind of like, I think, going to be the best pick for the final fight. We have a few other units here, but you really do want an attacker. You really do want somebody that's actually predominantly an attacker. The problem with Otaro, he's awesome as a defense unit, but offensively, he misses the mark sincerely. So what we're going to do is we're going to use him here with Seer, who if I recollect, I think Seer increases his offensive attack. So, yeah. And we do have some scene cards attached just because we want extra damage. Everything's there just basically to increase his attack power. Because while it doesn't look like he's struggling right now, this is not the moment I'm worried about. Everyone one-shots all these guys. This is all just a... These guys are all basically a stopgap measure for when you get to the final boss. Bam. Or bosses in this case. So, there are 2 final bosses that you have to fight. And... essentially... Dude, would you... It's a case in point. So, we've got about 2 minutes to finish this up. That's a little less than a minute per boss. So, let's see how he does here. Oh, yeah, bunch up, guys. If they stand next to each other, that'll be great. He swings wide and he'll do a lot of damage. But notice he doesn't do that much damage. He's just kind of chipping away at their health. He's not a powerhouse. And that's kind of the problem. Now the question becomes, why am I not using another attack unit? And it's because, well, frankly, you're not... So, from a time-limited perspective, the win team is an insane team. It's a really stacked team. But when you start looking at non-time limited units, you realize it's kind of a limited team in that regard. So, 30 seconds. He actually might not pull this off. That would be so bad. Oh, there we go. There we go. Had he not broken that shield, we would have been down to the wire. We already kind of were down to the wire. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. So, I almost want to call it there, but that's just one of the 3 fights we're going to do here. The next few fights will be a little bit easier, I'll be completely honest. So, win just happens to be kind of a special situation. Even though you normally think of it as a stronger team, when we're going non-time limited, it loses out. So we got our first Earth fight. Remember, we got 2 of these suckers coming up. Once again, an exception to the rule. Normally, I'd be saving her for much, much, much later on. And the honest answer here is, in fact, I'm going to swap Winnie. I'm going to get rid of her, and I'm going to throw on an SSR assist. Actually, No, because she does shield too. I want to save her. Endurance increase. We'll just throw him on there. Oh, he does strength. Hold on. I want somebody that increases magic. So she also does strength and stamina. Strength. Who increases magic? Endurance. Stamina and magic. We can use him. What the heck? I know he's not the right element, but he'll be okay. So, and you'll notice kind of why I'm using Leafia. Leafia is one of the strongest non-time limited units in the game. Super powerhouse. But what gives her that power is her skill 1. Excuse me. And I like her skill 1. Her skill 1 is amazing. But her skill 1 has to be charged. What is she talking about? She's having a conversation. What the hell? Her skill 1 is amazing, but her skill 1 has to be charged to do the kind of damage that it's really capable of doing. And the auto battle system will not charge it. The auto battle system is just going to do what you see it doing here. It's just going to blast off shots. Now, great news. She's down to the final bosses. So she is... I mean, look at how much damage she's doing. She is still overkill. But in my experience... And I'm actually second guessing it right now. In my experience, I've had her fall apart at the seams during the final fight. That was pretty damn good. I don't think I've seen her perform that well before. But remember, once again, her best move, that skill 1, she has to charge that sucker up, and the auto battle system's not doing that. So that just be kind of what it be. So we're going to move on to the third fight here. Here we go, battle 6. And this is our first water battle, because I want you to remember, as we go through this, excuse me again, we have our earth fight here, and we got an earth fight here. This is our last one. Auto battle 6 is our first water fight. We have our second water fight at battle 10. There's 12 battles in total, so we have basically 2 unelemented and 1 of each element down here. So this is our first water fight. So we want to save our best water unit for last, which kind of leaves us, once again, in the Otaro department with Philvis. I like Philvis. In fact, I'm going to swap the assist here for her. Let's see. He'll be good. We'll do that. But, I mean, basically the same as Otaro. A really rock-solid unit, but is kind of held back because she's more defensive than offensive. So, just like Otaro, I kind of expect her to come down to the wire with, okay, the last few shots, yes, we beat it with 30 seconds to spare, or 10 seconds to spare, or whatever it's going to be, but most of that was just because when she's hitting, she's just doing little tiny bits of damage, chipping away at the foe. So, go girl. Awesome. There we are. Get him. Get him. Got 2 minutes left. Also, I despise that she just takes a break while the assist skill does its thing. But you can kind of see here what I'm talking about, where she's not doing phenomenal damage. Actually, I'm a little worried because we have 1.5 minutes left. I don't know if she has the strength to pull this one off. Let's see. If they shield up and she breaks the shield, we'll be good. Or if they kind of like gather together and work together, she could do double damage and it'll be fine. But it doesn't seem like that's how this is going to go down. I suspect we're going to have to rerun this one. Yeah, 40 seconds. She's not going to pull this one off. This is our first do-over. In fairness, it took her a long time to beat those mobs in the hallway. And usually those are one-shot, so... There we go. Nope. So we'll go set up here. I'm going to swap her assist over. I'm actually going to use a UR assist this time. I think a better assist will help her out. So we've got Hephaestus, whose strength and magic increase. What's her main skill? Oh, apply strength. Nope, we don't want that. Facing AoE attack, magic and strength. She's a possibility. From facing AoE attack. So she is 21.5% magic. She is 24.8. We'll stick with her. And I'm going to swap. I'm going to give her... Actually, you know what? We can give her that. So I don't think we need that for the final fight.
Chevy is called the heartbeat of America.
And then...
For them, only...
We'll give her... Let's see. What do we have here? Magic increases. Do we have a... Let's go ahead and filter this down by magic increases, because I do know we need that. Wait, is she physical or magic? I'm pretty sure she's magic, but let's double check. Usually they're a good combination of both, but their initial skill will give you a pretty good idea. Actually, she's physical. That might be part of the problem. Oop, let's go back in here. That is Abyssal, not Uncharted. There we go. So that would be part of the problem. We want physical. So strength increase. The magic increase probably would work too, but let's see. That'd actually be a really rock solid one for her. I think that one's going to pull it out. I think that's going to be the great one because she's so defensive. It's going to be just one-shotting everything. So let's go. So far, so good. Now, in a perfect world, she'd keep that shield up, but nah. I almost wish she'd save it till she got to the final fight, but they never do. All right, well, this big increase in her damage. Let's see how this plays out. Two minutes. Yeah, and we're moving on. This was, no doubt, this was the right move. Go, girl. Because once again, like I said, with Otaro, he's lacking some offense. And Philvis is lacking some offense too, but we think we made up the difference here. Would you actually attack him, please? Thank you. There we go. Break his shield. This one was almost too easy now. Did this scene card make her too OP? Honestly, I don't think we're going to use that scene card again. I think that's kind of a one and done anyway, so it was probably the right choice. Some scene cards are better for these than others, but you know, by and large, not going to second guess my decision here. I think she's shown me that this is the right move because we're still down to like the last 30 seconds. All right. So there you go. We are now halfway through this event. Make sure you guys like, share, make sure you guys comment, and I'll be back with more soon.